I'm the Dollar Sportsman. Thank you guys so much for watching today. I am at the Utah Airguns range testing out the Buck Rail upgrade system for the Umarex Notos. Let's get into it. A very special thank you to Zan Projectiles for sponsoring this channel. I do intend on testing some Zan slugs out of the Notos just to see how it works because they have some 22 caliber, 23 grain slugs. It's going to be pretty heavy coming out of this. So we're going to do some testing. I might have to change the hammer springs and whatnot, but I'm very excited to try it. Zan is a great sponsor. Zan, we love you. We appreciate you very much. Link below to get your own. I'm here with the Umarex Notos, which you guys know I really like. And Buck Rail Airguns sent me this upgrade kit and asked me to test it out. So this you can order from buckrailairguns.com. It is a new chassis system for the Notos. The biggest advantage to this is it allows the stock to fold. Now, I made a video about this being an amazing backpack gun previously, and it was still pretty long, but I still like it as a backpack gun. Well, this makes it even better. You still need a bit of a long backpack, right, because of the integral suppressor, but it's way shorter now and pretty amazing. Buck Rail Airguns came out with this set that allows you to change out the body of the Notos down yonder. So you take this section out of the actual Notos, you stick this new piece on, you put the trigger back in, and then you can have Magpul equipment. We've got the UTG folder in the back, regular Magpul buffer tube, actual stock, and then also a cheek riser, which is really nice for this, by the way. And then we have this 3D printed front end that really allows some extra grip. I have it full of Picatinny rails, which he also makes in 3D prints. I added those onto there. You can put all sorts of different accessories and such. Let me show you a bit about how to install this. All right, first you're going to take the screws off of the Notos itself. There are two screws, one here near the front that you'll unscrew. It's pretty simple, small tiny screw, and one in the back just under the hammer spring adjustment. Unscrew those and the bottom will come off completely. Now be careful, there are a couple of little pins and springs that are going to come out as you take this off. So pay attention and make sure you don't lose anything. You see, I've got to be careful right here because I got to watch out for the sear, which is inside, and the trigger and the springs that hold it in. So as we get those all out of the old body, there are 4 screws on the front that you just remove, and you'll be able to get inside to all of those inner components. Now we're putting the trigger and the sear into the new body and being very careful. He did send pins with it, by the way, that fit very snug, very tight. I do recommend using those. Very easy adjustment. Now there is a little spring in here that you got to be very careful putting back in, and there's a little divot inside the trigger for that. I got it in. It took me a few tries to get it right. You can see now I can close it back up and it will actually fire correctly. If you do not put that spring in correctly, you may bend it, or the handle won't connect at all when you try to pull it back. So I've got it all worked out. I'm tightening it back up, just the 2 simple screws this time, and then we put the stock on, which just goes on like a regular normal stock. Very, very simple. Now as for the front end, it does come apart, and there are 3 little screws that hold it together. You put those screws in, you just screw them on, and then it's done. It's really that simple. At first I thought I could just slide the front end on, which obviously didn't work because there was no way to attach it that way. So you put these in just like so. It's very easy to attach. It's very simple as to which side goes on the back and which on the front. Once you have that screwed in, you are ready to go. Your Notos is upgraded. So now you know how to install it. I think this is pretty cool, and the accuracy is not lacking in any way. That was a big concern, especially dealing with the trigger, screwing around with the insides. I wanted to make sure that I wasn't messing up the gun and that this system didn't change how it operates. So let's show you how it shoots now. All right, these targets are at 35 yards. Bottom right, little birdie. Ding. Crow right above it. I know it's too easy, but center shot. There it goes. Little tiny spinner on the bottom row. Watch for it. There it is. Now the bird on the middle left row. Nailed it. top yellow bird. And let's go for that bottom row one more time, just for kicks and giggles. There it is. Oh, so much fun. Oh wait, we have one more round. Nailed it! We have a few more here that we're going to go for. It's just too easy, guys. 35-yard range. We're hitting these small targets you could hunt with the Notos so easily. I've had a 1-inch group at 50 yards, but 35 is the max that Utah Airguns goes. So we're just having fun, plinking. Not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. So guys, if you would like to upgrade your Notos, I will say, after taking it, testing it, messing around with it, this is very well made. The 3D printed front end, I was worried about because 3D printing is always a little more fragile, but it's very well made. It feels sturdy. It's made with good plastic. There are different kinds of plastic, if you don't know, for 3D printing. He used a sturdy one, which I very much appreciate, especially since we're using that for Picatinny rails and the like. It's got to be sturdy. Now granted, there's no recoil in this, but still, you want it to be sturdy for any accessories that you put on there. The fact that the UTG folder now goes onto the back is wonderful. I mean, I thought this was a good backpack gun to begin with. It's a great backpack gun now. And I mean, just the modularity is just impressive. I do like the Magpul grips. You can't use a flared grip, just as a side note on this particular kit. I believe he's coming out with one where you can, but for the time being, it's just the straight back on the grip. And it still works just amazing, and I'm very happy with it. What else can I say? I'm the Dollar Sportsman. Thank you guys so much for watching. It's hard for me to be able to tell you that you need an expensive air gun. I like expensive air guns for precision like competition and long range hunting, 100%. But for 260 bucks, ooh, just gets me excited. Gets me really excited. So, very special thank you to Buck Rail for sending this out to test, and of course for Umarex for sending me out fun stuff that I can go shoot. They are a great sponsor to the channel, and I appreciate them sponsoring these particular reviews. You can always tell I'm going to be honest with you because it's what I choose to do. And I actually show you how it works in the field, and I have had no issues with this. The only thing I would say is that the magazine could be better for sure. I do get hung up on it, and so I have to tweak it around a little bit. But other than that, this little magnet fell out. There are third-party magazine makers, and I would recommend picking up one of those. I am thinking of doing that myself. But in the meantime, this has worked, and I'm very happy with this gun. Pick one up for Christmas, guys. Like, subscribe, share, all that jazz. And hey, keep watching the channel because we got cool stuff coming. Okay? Love you.